Hey guys, welcome. Today is Thursday, April 2nd, 2020. Thank you to those of you who just joined me on our first Zoom meeting. It was so cool to see you guys, and I was happy that you guys were happier to see each other. Hopefully we can do that again when we come back from spring break. Let's go and get started. Here is our agenda for today. We are going to continue in our independent study packet, starting with social studies, how families are similar. We will move on to writing, introducing a topic, and we're going to talk about opinion writing. Math, we were all done with our math pages, guys, in our packet, but we are going to do some telling time. We're going to do a review. I'm going to do another read aloud. I'm going to be reading Enemy Pie by Derek Munson. And then today we are going to do PE with some special helpers. So let's go ahead and get started. Our worksheet looks like this today, and it says how families are similar. Go ahead and put the date on there. If you need to put the video on pause to look for this, go ahead and do that now. Okay? I have my highlighter ready for highlighting, and then my pen for annotation to take some notes. And let's go ahead and get started. It says how families are similar. Okay? Remember that the word similar, that basically means the same. How families are the same. Okay? Follow along with me as I read. It says families from around the world bring traditions to the United States. A tradition is something that is passed down over time. Okay? A tradition is something that is passed down over time. So something that your families have done for years and years, and they continue doing it, is a tradition. Many traditions are similar. It is a tradition to eat special foods on holidays. Singing, dancing, and wearing formal clothing are traditions too. Another tradition is practicing your own religion. Activities that are passed on from generation to generation are traditions too. Older family members teach children what they believe in and value most in life. These traditions continue when families move to the United States. So some of us may have traditions in our family. I know one tradition for us, for me and my family, my daughters, my mom and my grandma, is like during Thanksgiving, we all like to get together and we bake a lot of empanadas. And that's something that my family has done for a long time. My mom used to do it with her mom, with my grandma, and then my grandma used to do it with her mom, and it's something that we've kept doing over the years. So it's a tradition. This right here is a picture of a traditional Jewish wedding. Let's turn the page so we can answer the questions. Okay. Number 3, it says, compare and contrast, write ways families are alike and different. Okay. So here, you guys, you are going to compare and contrast. Okay. And when I compare, I tell how two things are alike. When I contrast, I tell how two things are different. Okay. Again, so you are going to write down ways that families are alike and different. Tell me how families are alike and different. Okay. I want you to go ahead and put the video on pause. Take a few minutes and tell me how some families can be the same and how they can be different. Okay. Number 4, it says, on another sheet of paper, draw a picture of what you consider to be your extended family. Label the people in the picture. Okay. Guys, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't want you to do this part. That was my mistake. I only want you to work on number 3. Do not do this part here. In fact, I'm going to cross it out. You can't see, but I'm crossing it out. Don't do that part. Only do this one, where you tell me how families are alike and how they are different. Okay? Let's move on to writing, where we introduce a topic, and the topic is going to be about opinion writing. Paper looks like this. Introducing a topic, opinion writing. Go ahead and put the date on there and follow along with me. It says, it is important when you are writing to clearly introduce your topic. Okay. So when you're writing, you want to clearly introduce your topic. Your topic is what you're writing about. When you are writing about your opinion, you should state your opinion plainly so the reader understands. Write a sentence or two that introduces the topic below. Be sure and state your opinion clearly. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to introduce the topic and then state your opinion. I will help you with 2 of them. We'll do them together. And then I want you to do number 3 and 4 on your own. And boys and girls, we've done a lot of opinion writings. Okay? So I don't think this should be very difficult. Okay? Number 1, what is your favorite color? So the topic here is going to be your favorite color. So that's what I'm going to write about. Okay? And I have to give my opinion. All right, so here we go. So I can start off by saying, my favorite color is, my favorite color is red. Okay? Period. My favorite color is red. Okay? And now I'm going to say why it's my favorite color. I'm going to say, I like red because it reminds me of the fall season, or it reminds me of the fall. My favorite season is the fall, you guys, and the reason why I love the color red is because it reminds me of the fall, right? Like of the trees when they turn red and orange. So there it goes, okay? I stated my topic. I'm talking about my favorite color. Then I stated it here. My favorite color is red, and I told you why. Gave you my opinion, my opinion, and here it is. I like red because it reminds me of the fall. Number 2. Are fish good pets? So I want to talk about here if fish are good pets. In my opinion, fish are good pets. So I'm going to say here, fish are good pets. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Pets. Period. Now I'm going to tell you why I think they're good pets. They are good pets because they are easy to take care of. So I stated my opinion. Okay? Fish are good pets. And then I told you why. They are good pets because they are easy to take care of. That's what I want you to do here on number 3 and 4. Number 3, it says, which is better, a big sister or a little sister? Okay. I want you to tell me which one is better, and then tell me why. Again, tell me which one is better. You can say a big sister is better, period. Or you can say a little sister is better, period. And then don't forget to tell me why. Give me the because. Number 4, what is the best time to read a book? Maybe you like to read a book in the morning. Or maybe you like to read a book at night before bed. I want you to tell me here. So you can say the best time to read a book is in the morning. And then tell me why. Again, I want you to put this video on pause and then go ahead and do number 3 and 4. All right. Let's move on to some math now. And the math, boys and girls, we have no more math pages, but you have, oh, where did my paper go? Oh, here it is. I am doing the math, guys, on the back side of this one, where we did how families are similar. If you turn it over, you have this stuff here. I just crossed it out, and then I got my paper ready, and this is what I wrote on it. It says math, so go ahead and write this on yours. Telling time review, and then I put the date. Okay. So again, it says math, telling time review, and then I put the date, and then I numbered it 1 through 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you need to put the video on pause so that you can go ahead and do this, you may do that now, and then push play when you are ready to begin. And for this, boys and girls, I do have my little clock here. I'm gonna put it right there. And remember that this, who remembers what type of clock this is? This is called an analog clock. Analog. And a digital clock could be like the one right there on my computer. It's giving me the time right there. So this is digital. Analog. So let's do a couple of these together right now. What time is it here? Okay. Remember that the red hand, the short one, is the hour, and this is the minute. Again, hour hand, minute hand. Right now, it is pointing to 10 o'clock. So for number 1, I want you to write down 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. All right. Number 2, let me move it to a new time. Let me see. What time is it there? Again, hour hand, minute hand. Hour, minute. The hour is 11 and the minute is 30. So the time here is 11:30. 11:30. What is another way we can say 11:30? Remember how we were talking about half of the clock here? So I can say it is 11:30. That's another way we can say that. 11:30. Okay. Number 3. Let's see, and I'm starting off easy, guys, easy peasy. What time is it there? Again, hour hand, minute hand. It is 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Okay. Let's go on, let's see. I'm gonna stop right here. A lot of us were getting confused here with the hour hand. You just have to look and see, okay, what has it got? If it hasn't gotten to the 3, then the hour is still 2 o'clock, all right? So the hour here is still 2, and the minute is 35. And again, remember that with the minute, you start counting by fives from over here. So it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay? So the time here is 2:35. And number 5, let's see, I'm gonna give you guys a hard one. What time is it there? A lot of us were struggling with this one too, because a lot of us were saying that the time here is 5 o'clock, but pay close attention. The hour hand, has it gotten to the 5 or is it close to the 5? It's super close to the 5 actually. It is, it's really close to the 5, but it has not gotten to the 5 yet. So the hour here is still 4 o'clock. The hour is still 4 o'clock and the minute is 4:50. Okay? In 10 minutes, okay, 5 and 10, it will be 5 o'clock, but it's here right now. So it's 4:50. 4:50. Okay. What I'm going to do, boys and girls, is I'm going to give you 5 more, okay, and I want you to write the times down. Okay? And I'm going to write my answers here. We will go over them tomorrow. 8, 9, 10. Try your best, okay? I'll give you some easy ones and some hard ones. Here we go. Number 6. Write the time down. If you want to put it on pause, you can. And then push play when you're ready to go on. Okay. Number 7. Let's see. What time is it there? Oh. Number 7, what time is it here? Number 8, let me give you guys another one. Oh, be careful here. This is another tricky one. What time is it here? Number 9. What time is it there? And number 10. This one might be a hard one. What time is it here? Again, if you want to, put these on pause, and then you can go and try to figure these out, and I will give you guys, we'll go over the answers for these tomorrow. All right? Make sure you wrote the answers here. Guys, and we are almost done with our independent study packet. We have the last, I believe, 2 worksheets tomorrow. For right now, let's go on to number 2, where I read to you Enemy Pie. Okay. This is another one of my favorites, guys. This one is titled Enemy Pie by Derek Munson. This is an AR book. Here is your AR information. Okay. If you take the quiz and you don't pass it, send me a message on Class Dojo and I'll go ahead and I'll delete it for you. If AR is not letting you guys take the quiz, again, send me another message on Class Dojo and I can fix that for you too. All right, let's get started with Enemy Pie. I might only do half of it, guys, and then do the other half tomorrow. Okay. Here we go. It should have been a perfect summer. My dad helped me build a tree house in our backyard. My sister was at camp for 3 whole weeks, and I was on the best baseball team in town. It should have been a perfect summer, but it wasn't. It was all good until Jeremy Ross moved into the neighborhood, right next door to my best friend Stanley. I didn't like Jeremy Ross. He laughed at me when he struck me out in the baseball game. He had a party on his trampoline and I wasn't even invited, but my best friend Stanley was. Jeremy Ross was the one and only person on my enemy list. I never had an enemy list until he moved into the neighborhood. But as soon as he came along, I needed one. I hung it up on my treehouse where Jeremy Ross was not allowed to go. And here's his enemy list right there. And you can see here that it says Jeremy Ross. That was his number one enemy. Dad understood stuff like enemies. He told me that when he was my age, he had enemies too, but he knew of a way to get rid of them. I asked him to tell me how. Tell you how? I'll show you how, he said. He pulled a really old recipe book off the kitchen shelf. Inside, there was a worn-out scrap of paper with faded writing. Dad held it up and squinted at it. Enemy pie, he said, satisfied. There's the recipe for enemy pie. You may be wondering, what exactly is enemy pie? I was wondering too. But Dad said the recipe was so secret he couldn't even tell me. I decided it must be magic. I begged him to tell me something, anything. I will tell you this, he said. Enemy pie is the fastest known way to get rid of enemies. Now, of course, this got my mind working. What kinds of things, disgusting things, would I put into a pie for an enemy? I brought Dad some weeds from the garden, but he just shook his head. I brought him earthworms and rocks, but he didn't think he'd need those. I gave him the gum I'd been chewing on all morning. He gave it right back to me. There he is, bringing all that gross stuff to his dad. There's the weeds, the worms, and there's his gum. But Dad just kept saying, nope, I don't want that in the pie. Let's see. I went out to play alone. I shot baskets until the ball got stuck on the roof. I threw a boomerang that never came back to me. And all the while, I listened to the sounds of my dad chopping and stirring and blending the ingredients of enemy pie. This could be a great summer after all. Enemy pie was going to be awful. I tried to imagine how horrible it must smell, or worse yet, what it would look like. But when I was in the backyard looking for ladybugs, I smelled something really, really, really good. And as far as I could tell, it was coming from our kitchen. I was a bit confused. I went in to ask Dad what was wrong. Enemy pie shouldn't smell this good. But Dad was smart. If enemy pie smelled bad, your enemy would never eat it, he said. I could tell he'd made enemy pie before. The buzzer rang and Dad put the oven mitts and pulled the pie out of the oven. It looked like plain old pie. It looked good enough to eat. I was catching on. But still, I wasn't really sure how this enemy pie worked. What exactly did it do to enemies? Maybe it made their hair fall out, or their breath stinky. Maybe it made bullies cry. I asked Dad, but he was no help. He wouldn't tell me a thing. But while the pie cooled, he filled me in on my job. There's the pie, boys and girls. Looks like it's good enough to eat. Doesn't look like an enemy pie to me. Let's see what his job is going to be. He talked quietly. There's one part of enemy pie that I can't do. In order for it to work, you need to spend a day with your enemy. Even worse, you have to be nice to him. It's not easy, but that's the only way that enemy pie can work. Are you sure you want to go through with this? Of course I was. It sounded horrible. It was scary, but it was worth a try. All I had to do was spend one day with Jeremy Ross, then he'd be out of my hair for the rest of my life. I rode my bike to his house and knocked on the door. Boys and girls, I'm going to stop here and we will read the rest of the story tomorrow and see what happens with the enemy pie. All right? Last thing on our list today is PE. We are going to do some star jumps with some special helpers. Okay? So today, okay, for your star jumps, and today is Thursday, April 2nd, it says, jump up with your arms and legs spread out like a star. Do them 10 times, then rest and repeat. Let me show you guys who my special helpers are, okay? Girls, let's go. PE time. Come on, hurry. I have Emily and Gracie and Sarah. They're going to show you guys how to do the star jumps, okay? You have to do 10, Sarita. Spread out. Okay, so show them how you're going to stand. Okay, so Sarah's going to demonstrate. First do one, Sarita. Ready? 1, 2, and like a star. Okay, and when you land, and then do another one more. You got to do 10 of them, okay? Wait, okay? All of you guys together. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3. Spread your arms out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sarah, you gotta spread out like a star more.
She won't fit.
Let me see. By yourself. Go. What? Another one. All the way like a star.
She's tired.
2. Let me see you, Gracie.
Mom, I'm small.
Come on. No complaining. 1, 2. And Emily. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can she do 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep doing your star jumps, guys, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye.